Hey y'all, welcome back. I don't know if you saw my previous video, but right now we are going back in time, I guess. We are going to try to knock out some of those videos that we should have done at the beginning of the school year, but I didn't. Right now it's December and we are more than halfway through our school year, but I wanted to make sure that I got their curriculum videos out onto YouTube so that I can go back and do a what works and what didn't work video, as well as showing some of the changes that we're going to make for next year. So right now I am going to be doing McKinsey's 7th grade year. So this is her 7th grade curriculum that we chose for the year. My last video was Jaxton's 8th grade curriculum. I'll link that above if you want to go and see what we chose for 8th grade. But right now we're going to focus on McKinsey. Some of the things that the two of them are doing, as you'll see from my previous video, they do a lot of things together. McKinsey is advanced in what she is doing and she keeps up with Jaxton very well. So we were just able to combine them into a lot of their subjects. It just works out better that way. They can collaborate on things and get each other's opinions, have discussions about what they're learning, and that has kind of like been the way that we do their grades for a while now. They do have their own math and their own English, but everything else usually is shared. So you will see this in the curriculum that she has. So let's get started. All right, so first we're going to do math. Now, at the beginning of the year, I wasn't really sure what we were going to do about math because we came from using master books last year, and we made the choice to go back to BJU because I wanted them to be able to have a video to watch, because I just don't have the time to teach everybody math, especially in the upper grades. So we chose to use BJU math for Jaxton and McKinsey. McKinsey is doing a fundamentals of math. She's doing really well in this book. For a little while there, she wasn't watching her videos. I was spending time sitting down with her and teaching her the lessons, but in the last couple of weeks she has gone back to watching her videos and doing the work on her own, and it's just really working out as we get ready to PCS and we have so many other things to do. She's kind of learned how to sit down and watch her videos and learn from her teacher. But I didn't realize at the beginning of the year that she probably could have skipped a math and gone into pre-algebra or been in algebra with Jaxton, but that's okay. She's going to finish up this fundamentals of math book before we PCS, and then we'll discuss what math she is going to do next year. I'm pretty sure she's going to skip pre-algebra, but we'll make that determination later in a future video. But for right now, she is doing fundamentals of math, the distance learning option from BJU. Okay, for language arts, we did the same thing. We went with BJU Press. She's doing it distance learning style. I don't think she watches the videos anymore. And that's okay, because like I said in my video with Jaxton, I have taken their chapters. I don't have the front of the book to show you because I have taken it apart. But I have taken their chapters and combined them for the year so that they are working on the same thing throughout the year together. So they don't really watch their videos. I kind of like give them a rundown of what they're learning in English, and then they take their quizzes and their tests, and I have pretty much been teaching it that way. They do go through their books. they just do their chapters together, learning the same thing at the same time. So that is the Writing and Grammar 7 for McKinsey from BJU Press. And then it comes with her literature, which is exploring themes in literature, I believe. Yeah, exploring themes in literature. So this is her literature book. She does the same thing. She goes through, and I have taken the book and I have divided it into chapters or pages for her to read every day. She reads those stories and answers the questions, and it has just been a super simple way to do literature this year. I have really enjoyed it. I think it's because I like the stories. But she's doing well in it. Don't know if we're going to stick with it next year, but you'll see that in a future video. So that is her literature. Again, she does Bible with her brother, the Old Testament. This is the actual 7th grade curriculum. So they are working through the Old Testament together, and they read their Bible together, taking turns, and they're learning all of the stories and doing all of the things, and they also watch their video from BJU Press. So they are doing the BJU distance learning online, which has really helped me out this year because I do have Reid, who is doing kindergarten, and Tucker and Owen running around everywhere. So it has just been easier for them to do the distance learning option to give me a break to work with the other kids. Not sure if we're going to continue with it next year, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so Spanish 1, she is taking Spanish 1 with Jaxton. Now, I know she's taking it like 2 years early, but again, she is more advanced when it comes to learning. She keeps up with Jaxton really well. We already had some Spanish that we have been like dabbling in Spanish for years now. So this was really not that difficult for her to learn. How I'm going to put it on transcript later, I don't know. We'll see. But she is working through Spanish 1 and doing well. They both have an A. So we'll see how we're going to count that for her transcript. But I do really enjoy their teacher. And, you know, if you think that your child is capable of learning a new language and really understanding how to speak the language, read the language, the grammar, and all of that with another language, let them try this course. I believe that whenever you get a course from BJU Press, you get it for 18 months, I think. So it's not like you have to complete it in a 9-month, 10-month period of time. You have a really long time. So technically, she could have started this in 7th grade and gone halfway through her 8th grade year doing it, but I think they'll finish it before them. But we have really come to enjoy the Spanish, and so she's doing this as her language for the year. All right, so she is also sharing her history. They're doing World Story 1, The Ancients. Now, they started this last year, and they did not make their way through the book. I think they only got through the first 8 chapters, and then we started doing history together as a family. So they started this history again this year, and it has really worked out. I planned it out for them on how they should go through it every week. And it has had some really cool projects where they make food from different places around the country, around the world. And it has just been a really good curriculum. This is from Masterbooks. We have used Masterbooks for a couple of years now. And I think that this World Story 1, 2, and 3 are really good grasp on history. I really enjoy the way that they teach it. She won't be using it again next year. We already know that. But if we had started it earlier, maybe when she was in 6th grade, she'd be continuing to do it, but we didn't. So we will not be continuing with this because we have something else already that we'll be doing together as a family as Jaxton moves into high school. So her history will change. So we'll discuss that in a future video. But for right now, she is doing the world's story, the ancients, creation to the Roman Empire. For her science, we are still using these books, And we chose the green books for her. Now there are 3 of these books. Right now she's working through The World of Plants, but we also have 2 other books, The Human Body and The Animal Kingdom, The World of Animals. So this is what she chose. Now McKinsey is planning to be an art teacher, so she does not need advanced math or anything like that. She really enjoys art and animals and things outside. So this, she really enjoys learning about this type of stuff. So in the future, when we go forward, she will be leaning more towards the biology side of, you know, science, as opposed to Jaxton, who was going to be doing more of the physical sciences. So this was really good for her. We did do this book a few years ago when she was probably in 5th grade, I think, or 4th grade. I think it was 4th grade. Anyway, so this is the 2nd time that she has gone through the green books. But again, now that she's going through the green books, she completes all of the parts of the book, where the book is set up for different ages. She gets to complete the whole book this time. So she's learning a little bit more than she did before. And it is just a really good refresher on all of those biology related things that will help her get prepared for where she wants to be as far as an art teacher goes. So that's pretty much it for her actual curriculum. She does spend a lot more of her time drawing and doing art related things. So right now she's really into fantasy and like drawing things that you just think up in your mind. So she watches YouTube videos and she thinks about different things. And so she lately has just been thinking of animals and trying to put them together and create hybrids out of them. And then she just draws them however she, you know, sees them in her head. So she pretty much spends a lot of her time doing art. She does not have an art curriculum. She just goes with what she knows, and she goes, you know, off of her instinct. And so that's, you know, how it is for her as an art related student. Her future will be much different than Jaxton, which makes buying curriculum not that easy, because I'm not going to require her to take advanced math if that's not something that she needs to become a teacher. I have a degree in education. And so I have gone through the whole process of becoming a teacher, and she does not need that. So, you know, it makes purchasing curriculum a little bit different, because what we purchased for Jaxton will not be used again with McKinsey. So it's not like I can just buy the extra workbooks or whatever. So we really have to be thoughtful about what we want to use for curriculum. So as we keep going through the year and figuring out where we're going to go next year with their learning, you'll see how our thought process has changed and how we try to cater the education to the kids. Now again, it is December, halfway through the year already. They are more than halfway through their books because we started in July, the beginning of July. And so I wanted to put this video out there again, you know, so that it would be out there so I could post a separate video about what is working and what is not working and what we are going to be changing in the future. But if you would like to see a flip through of any of this curriculum, just leave a comment down below and I will be happy to flip through it, tell you how we use it, give you some pointers, what we think works and what we think don't works. I would love to do that. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know down below. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's McKinsey's 7th grade curriculum.